Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think it's very possible to have only two more main events in Ukraine, and after that, these guys will come and say, this guy being the Americans and the Russians, and they will come to an understanding, kind of, and the war will be, closed for business, put the lock, turn and leave. And why I think these two main events will be Russian offensive that supposedly occurs right now, plus the ones that are going to show up and they are behind the front lines. That mobilization that was organized, what was done, completed by the Russians in October, November. When those troops come at the front, if those break the line and start going towards wherever they need to go, that would be the end of story. Now, if that doesn't occur, we have Strike 2, which is going to be the main event too. That is the so-called Ukrainian counteroffensive to try to push these guys back. If the Ukrainians are not capable of doing that, according to some reports, the West might not support the Ukrainian beyond October or fall, anyway, autumn, because winter is coming and things are going to go to hell with our lives, I'm guessing. So I think the Americans, and also the reports and the tone and statements coming from politicians, military, blah, 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 and others regarding, I don't know if we should send that, blah, 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 to Ukraine. It's like, let's see. It was a moment about a month ago or so when everybody was, yeah, we're going to send fighter jets. Yeah, we are, but I don't want to send first. Who's going to send first? And nobody sent anything. And the Americans said, no, I don't think we're going to send anything. Okay, everybody. Poland said, I'm ready. Nobody cares about you. Go back in your cage and stay there and take a shit. And Poland said, okay, basically. And many others. But Poland was I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay, you stay over there. Now, what happens now? Let me show you this little article, which I think is very, very revealing. Just read it. It's from the Ukrainians, okay? The Ukrainska Pravda. It's not from the Russians, it's from the Ukrainians. Today, February 28th, U.S. Congress calls possible sending of F-16 jets to Ukraine not a wise use of resources. You know what it is? When you know the thing is dead and it's useless to just throw it over there because you're not going to get any results. That means you don't hope that Ukraine will win? I mean, I interpret it that way. Some other people can interpret it differently. Could be interpreted as well as, maybe it doesn't make sense in the, war strategy right now. Maybe in about a few months after we do what we do, then you can use F-16s. But right now, it's not a wise use of resource. Well, you didn't hear this kind of tone 2 months ago or 3 months ago or whenever. No, everything seems like toned down about Ukraine forever, as long as it takes, blah, 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 dra la la. All right, Mark Milley. All right. The United States House Committee on Armed Services determined that the possibility of sending F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine is not a wise use of resources that are necessary to win the fight. All right, maybe they can win without it? No, because he said that it's not a wise use of resources. That means they're afraid the resources will be, lost. And I'm quoting the honest truth. Yeah, let's see, who's this? Adam Smith. He's honest truth. The honest truth, I'm quoting this guy, is the cost of trying to get the F-16 up and ready to operate in Ukraine. Even if we basically said there's nothing more important than that one weapon system, and spend all of our time and all of our resources on doing it, best case scenario, we could maybe get some operational F-16s into Ukraine within a year, maybe 8 months, if we really pushed it. End quote. Ranking member Adam Smith, a Democrat, not a Republican, which is the same anyway, from Washington, said at a hearing on Ukraine oversight. So why do you need, you see here, I saw here, up and ready, to get it up and ready. What do you mean? You just put them on a little thing and you get them over there, and that's it. In 2 weeks it should be in Ukraine, maximum. Not even. It's not even. Let's say 2 weeks, and 3 weeks should be up and ready. What do you need? You need to inflate their tires, or what do you need to do? Or maybe you need to build them. We find out, I think, with this little Ukraine thing, I think we find out that actually this Pentagon doesn't have weapons. They don't have weapons. They have very little supply of weapons. I think they have this mass of personnel and infrastructure in so many countries. That's where the budget goes. And then they have little weapons. So if they would have to, let's say, right now start a war with what they have, I think they're with their pants down. That's what I think. Because we're going to send 31 Abrams. I was like, you are United States of America. Why not, I don't know, 3,000? You know, if you really want to win. 31, believe me, that's like, I'm going to take a shower and you get a glass of water. Whew, yeah, it was so refreshing. That's what this guy. Yeah, and then the Leopards too. How many Leopards are going over there? Germany gives what? Canada gave 4. Canada gave 4, and then they gave 4 more, and they're like, yeah, we're helping the effort in Ukraine. The weasel dictator, communist Trudeau. Jesus Christ! How many did Germany give? 14 or something? Again, those guys. Let me get another glass of water, take another shower. Whew. Jesus Christ, people. I think this has just shown us that actually is just a paper tiger here with the weapons we have. Smith added that the F-16 will struggle to survive on the battlefield. What? Hey, my military personnel friends, did you hear what Smith said? That F-16 will struggle to survive? That means it's going to be shot down before it takes off, I'm guessing. I mean, if you struggle to survive, it's like, I throw you in a fight, and it's going to be struggle. It's going to be like punched from one corner to another, or if you're in an octagon, from one facet to another facet. And I'm quoting, you don't just have to train the pilots, you have to train the mechanics. You have to have airfields that can accommodate the F-16, and you have to have the spare parts to make it work. What? You have the spare parts because you have a budget of last year, almost $800 billion. What are you talking about? You should have 20,000 F-16s and parts for each F-16, 5 million of them. I'm just saying, you know what I mean, right? And then you need airfields. What do you mean? Are those Cadillacs? If they're Cadillacs, they're not weapons then. Again, we go into the problem with AK-47 versus M16, whatever it was. Was it M16 versus AK-47 durability in Vietnam? I mean, if you need it to be out of the box and shot 3 shots a day, because if you shoot 4, it's going to get heated and it's going to melt the barrel. What the hell is that? We need airfields to can accommodate. That means you can work. What do you mean? And what kind of asphalt do you need? Can you tell me how long the airfield should be? I mean, it should be 3 lanes, 5 lanes. The asphalt should be French or German. Which one your F-16s will take off from? I mean, it must be just a certain kind of, I'm saying asphalt, but anyway, concrete. Excuse me, is it concrete, asphalt, or what is it? Or glass? Fiberglass? Lithium? Sources familiar with the meeting told CNN because some Republican lawmakers threatened to block future aid to Ukraine, a small group of GOP House members who recently visited the country promised to consider a list of key weapons and other essentials when they met with the guy. So anyway, these guys I want to give them. Let's see what. Last week, General Christopher Cavoli, Supreme Allied Commander Europe and head of U.S. European Command, told 10 GOP lawmakers at a closed-door briefing that the F-16 jets would help Ukraine win. Send them over there, man. Send them over there. We're going to build some new ones. Raise the taxes and give Raytheon and Lockheed Martin what they need. When asked if this was true, Cavoli said yes, as a source said, confirming details first reported by Politico. You know, this guy, all he thinks is getting fame and fortune, and his family is going to have a painted portrait of him on the wall. That's all he thinks. And maybe he's thinking to be a candidate for the presidency sometime in the future. He wants to. Let me tell you, I don't know, do you remember what the hell was his name? The Japanese chief of staff, not Yamamoto. Yamamoto was the one with Navy. What was his name? I used to know. He was bald-headed and he was hanged at the end of the war. I will remember his name. Let me think about it. Yes, his name was Tojo. So Tojo said in one meeting with it was not the emperor. I don't know if it was the emperor at that meeting or not. I think he was. And they were talking, what should we do? What should we do? I said, well, I'm a military. I'm a warrior. My job is to make war. The same with this guy. Do you think that guy is to play ping pong? No, he wants to be the general and over there in charge. Hey, do this, do this. Baby doll, I can't come tonight. Yeah, I know. Wait me with those red panties. Okay, the champagne. Yeah. Okay, man, do this, man. What the hell are you talking about, man? That's why they want to be in control. They're the boss, and then they want to be the candidates. All right. That's what happened in the past as well. I don't need to remember you that. Okay. So this is what this guy wants. Yes, we need to. Let's send them. And if I can put my little nail on it a little bit, I will be the winner of all this thing. Like, remember how General Schwarzkopf in the Desert Storm bullshit? Yeah, we won. Against whom? Against whom? Keep it low. You fought against a backward military, rusty military, 20 million people population. Flat, and you won with a coalition of 3,000 other countries, and you were like, yeah, we won. Everybody was, yes, I'm a little bit of, I don't want to say, this is embarrassing. I'm not saying you should be, how do you call it, oh my God, display humility. No, but you're like five heavyweights, boxers, fighting with one toddler, and after they kick the toddler's butt, they all put medals and say, yeah, this is your belt, you're the world champion, I'm the world champion, we're all the world champions here, man. Yeah, that's how I see it. And how do I see it? By proportion of the armies. Jesus Christ. Technology, number, all the operation, countries, because courage, as you know, is always in packs, in numbers. And cowardness is in solitude. Everything is upside down. The ancient Greeks that started our civilization, and they gave us fantastic, you know what I mean? They would say, who are these guys? Where are these guys coming from? Are they shepherds? What the hell are they? Huh? Are goat shepherds? Is that how we call them? Yeah. Basically, yeah. All right. This is what these guys give them, those F-16s. They will be doing a lot of damage to the Russians. They're afraid. And they're waiting, as I said. There are two more fights, major ones. Russian offensive, and well, if that stops, counteroffensive, if that stops, end of the game. Thank you very much. End of the game for now. They will start somewhere else somehow. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.